Alert 7 YouTube channel. I'm Mary Kate Hamilton, and topping our news tonight, we bring you the latest out of Pecos City. You can see behind me now a scene where that Union Pacific train crashed into a tank trailer and then slammed into the Chamber of Commerce building. An unknown number of cars derailed after that. 3 people had minor injuries and were treated there in Reeves County. 1 had serious injuries and was transported to Odessa for treatment. This morning, Union Pacific confirmed that person died as a result of this crash. That brings the total death number to 2.
Can confirm that that's 2 fatalities. Our condolences and sincere heartfelt sympathy goes out to the family, as well as the Union Pacific Railroad family, as well as these were veteran employees of that agency.
As of right now, officials aren't releasing the names of the people who died to the media. The train collision derailed train cars near Oak Street and Stafford Street, causing street closures in the area. Some of the train cars were holding hazardous materials like lithium-ion batteries and vehicle airbags. Although there was no spillage from those cars and no public danger, those cars are being monitored just in case.
The biggest concern was the lithium-ion batteries. My understanding, speaking with the Union Pacific representatives, is that that container was not in any way compromised. Right now it is being monitored, and it has been monitored since the beginning.
The area will be closed for 24 to 48 hours. As of right now, the Pecos City manager's message to the community is to stay patient, please, says they're working with other agencies as the investigation develops.
We had a lot of people that want to, of course, see the area. Let that be your last priority. Try to stay away from the area. Let the emergency services workers and Union Pacific take care of business, and it'll be open for business again as soon as we can. So.
The Pecos Chamber of Commerce is now working on moving to a new building temporarily, but it's heartbreaking for the community as this historical building holds a special place in their hearts, and they say they'd like to save it as much as they can.
I am going to beg and plead to save that building. It's a historical part of Pecos. It was abandoned back in 2003. I was the president of the Texas Hall of Fame, and we took that building over and started rehabbing it, rebuilding it into what it is today.
In addition to the building, the famous Pecos Bill statue was also knocked down and took some damage. But Keith says it will be put up again as soon as they can. And of course, we have seen your comments on social media. Why didn't anyone inform the train that a truck was stuck on the tracks? What many people don't know about these train tracks is there is a phone number that's posted at railroad crossings to call if there's an emergency on the track. This is what that plaque looks like at the railroad crossing at Meadow and Business 20 in Odessa. The phone number on the blue sign will put you in contact with the railroad in order to try and stop trains and send help.
It is very important to activate if anyone ever gets stuck on a track in that manner.
It can, however, take trains up to a mile to stop. It's also important to call 911 in an emergency situation like being stuck on train tracks. Again, this investigation is still ongoing, and we are your first alert, and we'll continue to update you as we learn of any new developments. You can stick with us here on air or stay up to date on our Facebook page, our website, or our smartphone app. We're going to take a pause now and talk your weather forecast. It was another gorgeous day here in the Permian Basin. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tieferteller. Tom?
Yes, again, we are going to be looking at some great weather, I do believe, coming up for the weekend and into next week, just in time for Christmas. That's your first alert, as we are going to see a weak cool front move in overnight tonight, but overall milder conditions coming up for this weekend, and holiday travel weather looking fantastic here over the next few days. Today we saw temperatures very nice into the lower 70s to upper 60s across the area. Alpine up to 73 degrees and 76 out towards Pecos. We've cooled off a little bit. As we look at Andrews right now, we are seeing that temperatures again are into the mid 50s across the area. So things are starting to cool off. 50 in Andrews and up towards the Hobbs area. So Already looking at some cooler temperatures out there. As you can see, that front looks like it's arriving with a northeast wind that's a touch gusty, up to 17 miles an hour across the area. And we could see a light freeze in some parts of West Texas overnight tonight. So please take those freeze precautions.
Thank you very much, Tom. Well, now we have a feel-good story for you that's all new here at 9 o'clock. This holiday season, Brookdale Midland held a Christmas ball, bringing 2 generations together for a heartwarming event. The residents of Brookdale will be treated to dinner by none other than the Midland High School football team. First Alert 7's Sierra Burnett joins us with more on this story. Sierra?
An evening full of food, fun, and community spirit as these local high school athletes came together to spread holiday cheer just in time for Christmas. They started planning this event about 6 months ago with the Winter Wonderland theme in mind. The event included dinner, dancing, door prizes, pictures with Santa, and live music. Brookdale residents requested Midland High's football team to come back and serve them after being there for Thanksgiving.
I think it's amazing to see that kids actually want to come in here and be with the older generation. It just means a lot to me because I always wanted to do that as well. And just to see that our community is coming together, it just makes me happy. And it means so much to our residents.
One of the 9th grade athletes helps take care of his grandparents, so volunteering his time to help them out wasn't unusual. Whether it was bringing them food, cleaning up their area, or refilling their drinks, he enjoyed all of it.
It just shows me like the gratefulness, and it shows me like how much they really care, like how much it cares to them, like why we're here, what we do for them.
These athletes are using this volunteer opportunity as a way to connect with people outside of football.
One lesson I can definitely apply is better first is better. I think coming out here, it helps our community, definitely makes us better people, and that overall helps our program and helps the community.
Today, students volunteered after school from 5:30 to 8, and the staff at Brookdale Assisted Living said they'd love to have them back again. Reporting for First Alert 7 News, I'm Sierra Burnett.
Sierra, thank you so much. What a great thing those kids are doing and learning, too. All right, turning now to a first alert on education for you. UTPB wants West Texans to know about its higher education cost calculator. Applying for any kind of financial aid can be difficult. UTPB hopes to ease that anxiety with its cost calculator. You can find it on their website. It just asks you a few simple questions before giving you an estimate of how much it would cost to go to college at UTPB and what kinds of scholarships you could be eligible for.
It also links to some personas that show real personas of students and what the average costs in different situations are. So it's really helped people be able to understand the costs. Like everything we do at UTPB, we want to make college easier.
The first week of January, UTPB plans to have in-person teams in place to help people with college applications. In more community news for you, a Quick Trip Travel Center has opened in Odessa. If you'd like to go, it's off of I-20 at JBS Parkway, which is exit 120. The new QT is expected to bring about 24 jobs to West Texans. Now, this isn't the first QT in the Permian Basin. There is another travel center in Monahans. The Midland Habitat for Humanity has officially built 200 homes for Midlanders in need since the program began in 1991. You can see the celebration as the 200th home was built. The woman receiving the home for her family completed the Habitat's homeowner college program and plans to get her teaching certificate too. Congratulations to her and to her family. I hope you love your new home. This weekend, the Midland Festival Ballet will be performing the Nutcracker, and the Recording Library of West Texas is helping out to make sure everyone can experience the magic of the ballet performance. On December 22nd, the library will be providing a live audio describing of the Nutcracker to 9 individuals. The describers will talk about what the stage and costumes look like as they move through scenes, and will describe the movements of the dancers. The Recording Library of West Texas offers performances like these throughout the year to their clients. It's completely free of charge.
They're wearing a device. It's like a headset that's on just on one ear. So they can hear someone talking to them in their right ear, and then they're able to still hear all of the singing and the performances that are going on stage. You've got someone that is trained in audio description, talking out loud to them. Just brief little blurbs, if you will, of what's going on stage, just to kind of give a visual representation.
The Recording Library is also offering free transportation to those attending. If you'd like to learn more about the Recording Library of West Texas and the services they provide, go to this story on our website. 11-year-old Leon Valenzuela is getting his art displayed in Austin at the State Capitol building. Representative Brooks Landgraf picked him to design this year's ornament for the West Texas District. The ornament is hand-painted. You can see Santa and his reindeer are flying over the Texas flag, and the Crockett Colt mascot is ready to meet Santa. Landgraf and his beautiful wife Shelby hung the ornament on the tree in the House of Representatives chamber. Now a first alert on your safety. Recently, you may have seen a growing trend of people shooting down drones, whether that's seeing it online or in the news, but in some cases even locally. These drones are government operated and you can face some serious consequences. Under state law, it may be classified as criminal mischief or even a felony, depending on the drone's value and the intent behind the act. Whenever a drone is being used, whether by first responders, in oil fields, or by commercial pilots or even hobbyists, shooting it down is illegal. Beyond legal penalties, it is a major safety risk for people, and you may not even realize it.
If you take one of these down and it hits a car going down the highway or something, it could potentially go through the windshield, crash into a person, hit them in the face. At the same time, the bullet, if it does miss the drone, it's going to go up and it's going to come back down. And unfortunately, we hear stories every year in other cities, thankfully, of a bullet coming down and killing somebody.
It also goes beyond that. Local law enforcement agencies in Odessa and Midland emphasize that drones are essential tools that help protect both the public and the officers who serve them.
We use these drones for search and rescue a lot. We use them on SWAT missions. They have found missing children, missing elderly people. Please, 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 don't shoot my drone.
If you fly drones for a hobby, following FAA rules is crucial. For more information on those, go to our story on our website. But if you see a drone in your area and you're concerned about it, contact your local law enforcement. Coming up, the case against former police chief Pete Arredondo will continue into 2025. We have the latest up next. The case against the former police chief for Uvalde, Texas will continue. Today, a judge denied a motion to dismiss the criminal charges against Pete Arredondo. He is accused of not protecting children when a gunman entered Robb Elementary School in May 2022, killing 19 students and 2 teachers. His attorney argued Arredondo didn't instruct officers to wait before entering the building.
A preliminary on a scheduling order, we have found out that there will be a motion to change the venue. We've got a temporary placeholder trial setting in October that isn't going to happen. But mostly the presentation on the motion to quash the indictment was outstanding. In the event that Pete were to accidentally get convicted in this case, we're certain that we've got appellate issues that would free him again.
His trial is set to begin in October 2025, but his attorney expects it to be delayed.
Well, looking for some nicer weather to arrive just in time for Christmas. We'll talk about all that up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, we've got a lot of holiday weather ahead of us, and looks like it's going to be A-OK. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. We want to remind everybody to be sure to visit Starbright Village over in McKinney Park in Odessa. 53 degrees currently, so it's been a great evening to go out there and enjoy what's going on with all the sights and sounds of Christmas, all the lighted displays and the big digital Christmas tree. So try to get out there and enjoy that here during Christmas week. This weekend, the weather's going to cooperate with you. Not too much happening across the area as we are looking at a northwesterly flow bringing a front through, it looks like, ahead of schedule. Moving in right now across the area. This ridge of high pressure is going to keep a control on our forecast here over the next few days, so we're not looking at too many big changes coming up in our forecast anytime soon other than some minor fluctuations in temperatures. It's been a great day across the state of Texas as we've had some areas of high cloud stream across from the Lubbock area over towards Dallas-Fort Worth. Don't you hate that when you're just about to sneeze but you can't, then all of a sudden anyway. I'm taking a look again at the satellite and radar view. Not a lot happening out there. And here's a look at temperatures today. It was fantastic statewide. If you got an early jump on traveling or want to get an early jump on that holiday traveling, we're going to be looking at some fantastic conditions. 70 in Lubbock right now, 69 across the Permian Basin is what we saw earlier today. So some very nice conditions. Well, that futurecast, that front's moving across. A little bit of breeze here and there out of the northeast is really going to be about it. Whenever you see that blue flashing arrow there, that indicates winds up to 15 miles an hour. Well, that'll be cutting across the area overnight, tonight, and tomorrow. Fantastic weather to wake up to and continuing throughout most of the day. We're going to be looking at those temperatures again. Rather nice. Maybe a high cloud or two visiting the area. It looks like a few more on the way coming up on Saturday, but for the most part, though, we're going to keep a quiet forecast for the last weekend before Christmas. Temperatures tonight should stay above freezing for most areas except southeast New Mexico, maybe Andrews and Pecos. Even down towards Alpine, about 33 degrees. So take freeze precautions just to be on the safe side in case we do see a light freeze overnight tonight. Right now, maybe touch freezing should be about it. About 60 tomorrow is what we're going to be dealing with in your First Alert 7 10-day forecast. Winter starts on Saturday. Kind of feel like it was 67 degrees, 68 on Sunday. And that nice streak of weather, well, Santa Claus is going to have a good time in West Texas with these temperatures.
Thank you very much, Tom. Up next here at 9, landmark federal legislation designed to help stop college hazing passes Congress. Next. A bill designed to try to stop hazing on college campuses has passed through Congress and is headed to President Biden's desk. Our Washington correspondent explains how it could prevent more hazing-related deaths.
Federal legislation to combat hazing on America's college campuses is poised to become the law of the land after the Stop Campus Hazing Act passed unanimously through the Senate last week. And it comes after years of work by families who have suffered enormously because of college hazing, like Max Groover's.
The Max Groover family and other families who they had children die through hazing incidences. This is the product of their advocacy.
Groover was the Louisiana State University student who died after being hazed while pledging a fraternity in September 2017. His family worked with Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy to get legislation on college hazing passed, and this year, that finally happened.
I think it's just carrying on, it's Max's legacy now, and it's going to save somebody else's life when Max's life couldn't be saved.
The bill will require colleges to include hazing incidents in their annual security report and establish campus-wide hazing education and prevention programs. Senator Cassidy says it will help stop college hazing deaths.
As I imagine, universities will tend to shut down organizations that are found guilty of repetitively hazing. And you're going to end that culture. You're going to put instead a culture where the prospective student, the family, they know they're going to a university and they're going to have a good experience, not a tragic one.
And President Biden is expected to sign the Stop Campus Hazing Act into law before he leaves office. In Washington, I'm Stetson Miller.
Well, Tom, right up your alley, NASA released 2 new images yesterday. One is of a nearby star cluster that resembles a space wreath, just in time for Christmas. The image of a star cluster called NGC 602 in the small Magellanic Cloud Galaxy combines infrared data with a photo from the James Webb Telescope. The dark clouds of dust suggest stars are still forming there. And the other image, like we can see, looks like a Christmas tree. It's a cluster of stars called NGC 2264. NASA combined an image from its Chandra X-ray and optical data captured by astrophotographer Michael Clow to create this picture. The stars here are also very young, at just 1 to 5 million years old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's only about, 20 years in human years. So
That's right. And it took how long to get here for us to view it?
I know,
The
it's
light?
crazy.
Anyway.
It's beautiful, too.
Astronomical, but looking good, though. That does look like a Christmas tree.
I know,
There's
right?
some beautiful colors there. Well, everybody's getting ready for Christmas, and it looks like the weather is going to be your friend here over the next few days, with temperatures not too chilly.
All right, things looking good Earth side. We'll be right back here at 10 o'clock.